Hello and welcome back to Tycoon Terminal. I'm Steve and we are back at Manchester Airport, and it's a relatively busy airport. It's kind of just ticking over. I've let it run for another year just to build up the finances a little bit more, and I'm ready to kind of look into potential expansion. So I've had a bit of a look. I thought about putting a medium runway in this location up here. However, I am thinking of maybe just buying all the land and going straight for putting a large runway in, which would enable us to have future expansion without little, less problems essentially to the airport. So I'm considering that. I was thinking we could put a large runway in this location up here if I buy this plot of land up here for now. I'm not sure if we can actually fit the runway in. It's very expensive, these runways. I'm not sure if we can fit it because this is as far as you can zoom out, so it's hard to tell if it will fit in vertically. It's very big runway. It's easy if you do it this way around because you can actually see it. But I don't know if that's quite what we're looking for, because ideally I would like the large runway but have the potential to build a second. So what we're probably going to use is there is a tool where you can plan to build the runways. So we can start with one runway with the plan to add the second in the future, and this will allow us to take large aircraft. Now I have researched large aircraft, but I kind of want to focus on medium aircraft first, but I'd kind of want to get the large runway in so that we're ready for larger planes in the future, and that the large runway will be able to handle the medium planes. The profits, they're quite... let's have a look at the finances just so you can take a look and see how the airport's doing. So the daily profit is just under 200k, so we were doing a little bit better in the past, but we have added a lot more facilities, and I have reduced the cost of the fuel to the airlines to try and get our airport rating up. So we're currently at 94%, so we're doing pretty good. The only thing I really want to try and build up on is the retail and facilities of the terminal is not very good, so we don't have any restaurants or places to buy food from. The toilet facilities are okay, but that's probably the only thing that's keeping us in the at the 64% mark there. So we'll get that sorted. The queues, I believe the queues are for the desks, so anywhere where they kind of have to wait. And yeah, we probably could do with improving that a little bit. I would like to build a sky bridge, so I'm kind of earmarking this area here to build a bridge that's going to go across these roads to the other terminal that I'm planning on putting in this location over here. Might end up putting a lot of this terminal underground potentially to save on space. Second car park, I'm not sure if I'm going to add a second car park or not. I think I need another world connection if we are going to add another space like that. To be fair, it probably would be beneficial adding another world connection. So that's the world connection, is this road coming in here. I think we probably should look down the route of getting that to kind of equal out where the traffic's coming in and out. We'll probably need to add a lane coming down this way to try and isolate which roads are using what and minimize traffic crossing paths essentially. Also, we will need to connect the existing service roads from this side of the airport to whatever expansion we decide to go down. So this is going to be a big episode, so go and make a brew, leave me running while while I plan out what we're going to do, but go and get yourself a brew because this is going to be quite an episode of construction, because we're building on a much bigger scale. We've got a lot more we need to think about, and hopefully we won't make too many mistakes when doing it. We've made plenty of money now to consider expansion, and I think getting into the medium aircraft and potentially international flights is very exciting. I can't wait to get some larger aircraft into the airport. However, first things first. So if you got to get the kettle, because this is going to be the boring bit. So we need to separate our terminals into Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. So I am going to split this facility pretty much in half. I may build a second subway entrance, one dedicated for Terminal 1 and another one dedicated for Terminal 2. I don't think they use these as internal transportation, but they are used for external transportation. So I might well delete this and move this just a bit further down this way towards Terminal 1, just to kind of add some... I'd make it a part of that, essentially. The reason I do want to build a bridge between the two is people will walk from one terminal to another. I just want to make sure that back when I did this a few years ago, I added a terminal and everything went completely wrong. So I'm really nervous about dedicating terminal space. So first things first, let's move this subway so it is closer to our existing terminal. So we'll do that. I am going to actually deploy all of our contractors. We might as well get them all on site, and hopefully they'll help us get the construction moved on a little bit quicker. And I do want to add in a second subway, which will be going over here, but I don't need to worry about that right now. We just need to focus on this one being moved. We could probably add the second one first before we remove that one. When I went on to here, it did mention about how, you know, people are not happy with the queues, but the transport queues are fine. The security queue can sometimes get busy if a lot of flights are departing at the same time. That does get busy, but I haven't really seen the queue ever leave this. I think it's quite reasonable, personally. But yeah, we're definitely going to be getting bigger queues when when we expand into this new terminal. So that's sorted. So I need to build the subway just here. There we go. And I'm just going to add in the sidewalk there and rebuild that there. I'll leave that running for now. To be fair, I can turn it off if I want to later on if we find we're hemorrhaging money a little bit more. And we're going to need another bit of land for the runway. And I think if we buy this plot of land here, and we are going to need a fence around that as well. So we'll build the fence to go all the way up here. And down here. And we can probably begin removing this fence here. Just like that. I need to think about how I'm going to fit all this extra terminal stuff in. So the other thing we are going to need to consider if we are building... I'll just spin that around the wrong way. There we go. Put that back again. We're going to need to put in some more services. If I put in... So the other services that we need to add are, we need to put in, it's airport services, so we need to add this here, which is the garbage, to get rid of all the rubbish. So I was thinking of adding that here, and then we need to add in a catering depot, which I was going to add here, and connect these up with service roads. So we'll get that underway now. I'm just going to remove that fence there so we can connect this up. I'm probably going to want to do the same there as well, so we can get this road going straight over and connecting to here so that all the vehicles, there's going to be a lot of vehicles coming in and out of this depot here, so The more we can kind of bypass things like that, where traffic's going to be slower, the better. Same applies for this one here. It'd be really nice to get the catering on board for the aeroplanes as well. I believe that we'll probably be able to start servicing these ones straight away with that as well. So yeah, they were very busy there deconstructing that fence. So as I did mention briefly before, we do have the planning tool, so we can plan where we're going to put stuff in the future. We don't necessarily have to build it now. So that might be very, very useful for future expansions. We're going to know where we can add things and where things can go. It's very, it figures with this runway, it's so hard to kind of place it where you want it. No, I don't want that. I thought we were building in plan mode. That's what I thought we were doing. Why is that? I don't understand why that's not working. Drag to select. I'm selecting the wrong... Oh, planning mode. There we go. So, to be fair, we do need to build a runway, so that's fair enough. And we're going to need a taxiway to come off that. So this will do here. Quite expensive, those. But the only thing we've got to try and do now is fit in where we're going to put the second runway if we are going to go down that route. So I think we're going to need a taxiway all the way down here. And does that leave enough space up there? I think it does. I think we've got more than enough space up there. Probably go a bit higher up, to be fair. And if you put one in the other way, that's that way, isn't it? Nope, I've gone the wrong way with that. This way around. Might have to readjust that if that's an issue. I think we'll be okay though. That is going to be a very expensive. So you look at like the amount of space that are kind of allocated. That's just 2 runways there, so that's pretty crazy. Okay, that's at least we know where that's going to all fit. We're going to need to put in. I don't know whether to start off with the stands. So I was wanting to have 4 these medium stands. But I don't know if we're going to have the space to do it in that configuration, really. So it would be something along these lines. We probably could. Build a bit of an island like that. That would work. I think that's probably a good shout for the first medium terminal. And then we can place the main terminal building over here. Well, to be fair, the main terminal, we probably could put it underneath and have it come. There again, how much taxiway are we going to need? I've added a bit of extra space on this side, so the larger aeroplanes, the wings don't clip into the medium aircraft as the taxiing. So that's a width of 7 there. Seven there. 7 there. So we do have a bit of space here to put in a little bit of a terminal. And that's the good thing when you're doing the planning mode, is that you can spend a bit of time just kind of focused on where you're going to place everything before you've actually done it, because even though we are building this runway here, we know where everything's going to kind of go beforehand. However, when you click the build button, it will take forever. So the construction process is not the easiest. So we know we're definitely going to have a terminal in here. So we can put that there. And I can assure you we're definitely going to need to do a 2-story terminal. And I think even we're going to need to go below ground with this one as well. So it's going to have to go down here as well. And I'm thinking of having the bulk of the terminal kind of underground. And we'll have a... It's not a lot of space here for it, but have the entrance here where you kind of come into the terminal. Have it... Oh, it's not very big, is it? I'm just thinking it's not a big area to kind of put it in. I'm thinking something along them lines. Have it like that. And then here we'll join the lot up. So that'll be the main kind of security check-in desks, baggage reclaim. All that's going to go in here. But we can go below again for the extra bits and bobs that we need. So, okay, that's fine. So that could work. The only thing with this is, you know, I'm building this other terminal. I've not even finished off what I was doing over here. Assigning Terminal 1. Well, we'll get this designed out and see how it goes. So, that's in there now. I would like to put in a sidewalk across the road from here. Same there. And the same here. So that's going to be the access to Terminal 2. So we'll put in walkways across these. There we go. I'm just putting in some windows. That's really hard to see. It's not very visually appealing there, but there's going to be a lot of people walking up and down this area, so... The only thing with the lifts that I don't like is you can't choose which side people disembark from, which is a little bit annoying. I do reckon that'll probably do us on the lift front. Actually, put that in. We'll centralise that. So we've got plenty of lifts. I think that's going to be okay, to be fair. For a terminal size, anyway. Putting it all in is going to be crazy, though. They're going to need a lot of baggage stuff, and oh crikey, yes, it's going to be when we turn this catering on. Yeah, it's going to be a bit nuts. So that's mostly in now. I don't know if it's big enough. I'm very concerned that I've not made it big enough, because we've got all the check-in desks to go in. How many check-in desks do we need? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 10 check-in desks. We're gonna need 2 baggage bays then. Oh, it's a lot here. Yeah, it's... Let's just have a look and see how big like one of these check-in desks actually is. So everyone's going to be coming in here into this main concourse. So I suppose we could put the check-in here. So we put 5 each side. Actually, I don't know if there's enough space going back there. I think you might get a bit congested. So if we go there though. Like that. So that's 5 desks each side. And we'll have the security kind of, you go through the middle into security. Or security could even be up here, to be fair. And we'll have the underground baggage just to the side there. So that's fine. And we could potentially use some of this space for where the baggage drop is going to go. I would like the carousels to go down here. So it's probably worth separating that out now. So this would be the end of the check-in area, to be fair. Here. Got to play like that. So we've got a wall there. Probably want to demolish that bit so people can walk through it. And that's probably big enough, to be fair, for baggage. And I want some space for some shops, so if we leave this kind of free up here for shops, that would work okay. Cool, okay, yep. That construction's going to take a eternity to build. These all we've done is built a runway, and look at how much money that's cost us. It's crazy. So, man, this is going to be so complicated. You know what? I don't know whether just to get the construction started, but I also know that as soon as I start construction on that, it's going to start costing us a lot of money, and I kind of need it to be a quick build, so we need to place as much stuff as we can before we start construction, as if we don't get the terminal operating quickly, we could end up going out of business, which would not be good. So, okay, so people are going to come down here, then they're going to go into the security. So I'm thinking security we put here and make all that the secure zone. The people will come through here and go into one of these security lanes. I don't really know how the passport stuff works. I've never really had to do it, but I would like to explore putting that in. Do we actually need that for medium flights? I guess we might do, actually. So, okay, so the people are going to go through security, then but we need to think about how we're going to get them. I wonder if it's worth expanding this terminal out underneath these stands here to give us a little bit more space. So that gives us a little bit more room to work with if we do that. And then we'll be able to put in security checkpoints. So that's the secure zone there. So we can expand this secure zone. I would like to do international flights, but I don't really know what we need to do to make that happen. But we're going to have to build these to be able to add this second floor, which I kind of want to do. I want to add the second floor for the air bridges. So I might need to just get these guys underway for now in building just this bit. Wow, that's a lot of money. How much is that going to cost to build? Oh gosh, okay, yeah, that's a lot of money. We might have to hold off that for now. I might have been a bit too keen with this expansion. We've got all this taxiway to build yet as well, which that's going to be quite costly, I imagine. Well, I guess we're underway with the construction now. So we've got an upstairs here, so I need to work out how we're going to separate that out, to be fair. The passport control's a bit weird, like I don't really know how they're supposed to work. I think I've got to bear in mind that's 2 million just here building this, so I need to be careful with what we're spending money on, to be fair. Or do I just get it done so we know how much it's cost? I suppose we could just get it done. Blown almost all of our budget. We're down to 3 million. Oh, crikey, okay. But I think that's... There we go, we haven't even got the baggage systems in. Gosh. Yeah, this is probably not going to end well. And I forgot to do that bit as well. Oh dear, dearie me. Yeah, this is probably not going to end well. Let's have a look at the baggage stuff and start getting that kind of set up. So there is, we have this okay, so we've got a secure zone there. We build the baggage to go into here. For some reason it didn't like that. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It just doesn't place them in there so they're going in the correct direction. I probably didn't want to do that actually. It wants to go down. In all fairness, I probably there again. The bags have got to go through these scanners, haven't they? So. There, the bag's coming back, so they want to be going out here somewhere. Oh my god, what's happened there? Undo. Oh no. Pause. Oh gosh, what a mess. Okay, so that's where that wants to be. And I believe we've got the other conveyor coming in here. And this is going to be the baggage reclaim, so that's okay. Keep spinning the map around. You're dizzy yet? So that's. Well, let's have a look. This is getting very complicated. So the baggage is coming down here, but I need to get. So I've come from here and going down underground here. Oh, we can use the same conveyor, to be fair, because we've gone through the security check, so we know it's all good. So we can just dump that on there, save some money, use the same conveyor to go all the way down here, then use a tilt tray. We build a slow conveyor around there. So I now need to work out how I'm going to get that to there. That's going to be a little bit of a problem, to be fair, because this can go down here like this. To be fair, we can just do Actually, I think we want to reconsider what we're doing here. That's probably not the best place to put the tilt tray. Let's have a look. See, tilt tray. So the tilt tray will divert stuff from one place to another. So if we put that here, I think I'm going to need two of them, no matter what I do. Well, to be fair, that's the luggage coming in, so we can completely just have that one doing its own thing. But that leaves us with just... because that can always go there. It's just the stuff coming down from up here, which we need to... So if we put in a slow conveyor here, then we put in the tilt tray. That'll be fine, won't it? Yes, I think that'll be okay. So that goes down there. Then this will speed the luggage up into there. So go down there like that. That'll go down there like that. Luggage goes to that conveyor. It can go down there, so it can either be diverted to go to the departing flights or to the carousel from up there. I think that's good. I think that's good. The only other thing I haven't thought about is how do we get people to work in here? Do we have I think you can get like car stops. They're like bus stops but for vehicles. I think it might be under here actually. Service car for staff. We might need to add a couple of those in so people can get to these locations to work. He says. Well, to be fair, what I can do is, as long as we've got access to one of these service stops, again, is it worth just adding some stairs in? Like here, it probably is, because the building's literally just there. It's probably worth just adding. Some stairs in to go up. I think. I don't know. So people can get to that one. I'm just thinking of traffic because I don't want to add a load of traffic of people just trying to walk to a building. Might need to add a bit more. The easiest thing to do here might be just to connect it up through a corridor. Into the secure zone here. So if we put a door here, and block that off. There we go. So people can walk in there, go to here, and then hopefully this will let me put some stairs going up. Okay, so they can get access to that. That's connected up. So you can, yeah, this is some construction project. That's going to take some time. So we'll let this construction go, and I'll catch up with you in eternity. So hello and welcome back. Most of the construction is now done. So I'm going to slow down time just so we can have a look and review and get everything kind of set up. So I've done a few little bits and bobs. I've added some stairs into the terminal here so people can get up and down between the two levels, and some jetway bridges. I've upgraded these. Actually, I forgot that one there. So to upgrade these, you just click on here and build a jetway, and then there you go, a jetway. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with connecting everything up. So I've kind of put in, I haven't finished all of them, but I started putting in these like separations. So people, this will be like the waiting area, so there'll be lots of seats and probably a few shops up here for supplies. And then if you go down here, this will be travelators heading down southwards to the bottom, and you'll be probably heading out, coming out around here somewhere for the baggage reclaim before going out into the... I might potentially have to build a passport control, so you might be coming down here and going through a passport control over here, depending on if I go down that route. So I'll finish off the rest of this area for now and work out what I'm going to do with the stairs and where everyone's going to go. So let's put some stairs in here. This might not work at all. There's a very high chance this won't work, but I think it's kind of fun to kind of try. It's not really a very European way of doing it, is it? No, I think in Europe they kind of just chuck everyone in together. Whereas here, I suppose in the UK, you tend to find that there's a lot more separation between arrivals and departures. So put that there like that, and then we'll build this here. Has everything got stairs on it now? Just this one here. So put some stairs here. What I am doing now, just for ease of access of staff, is I am adding access doors to these, so the staff can get in and out. Oh, hang on. Yeah, so the staff can get in and out of these different areas. We need to add some boarding gates to these as well. So that's that one. Then what I'm doing is I'm just putting a staff zone on these, so the staff can access. I'm just checking I've zoned those up properly. Yep. So the staff can get through. Yep, yep, that's all good. That one needs staff zone on it. Cool. And then I need to put in some of these desks. I don't know how many I need for these flights. That's not something I've really delved into, so let's put them there like that. That there like that. And then down here. Something along them lines. That'll probably work, I think. It might not. So there's separation there, and then if we go up here, yeah, I'm gonna have to move those. Being a little bit too keen. So we've got those in place, and then when you come down here, let's look, this would be a great space for some officers. I think. Just putting these in here, and then what I'm hoping is the people will end up down in this area. So where are we going to put the lifts and escalators to go between the two areas? So I'm gonna need to make this into a secure zone. I'll cover this entire area for now. I think we should be okay if we place it somewhere around here. So let's have a look and see what we've got. I reckon we probably want a lift of some kind. So let's have a look up here and see where's best to put it. So that'll work there. Nice to have the lift kind of central. Or would it be best to have it two lifts kind of either side like that? Yeah, that could work. And then an escalator either side. Like that. And put a secure zone just here for that bit that I deleted. So everyone's going to come down towards this way, so I'm probably going to need to put in some moving walkways. Oh, if we're actually doing what they do in Manchester, don't bother putting moving walkways in. Have them just covered over. And everyone's going to be moving downwards, so I reckon we put like the long moving walkways up there, and then we put in medium moving walkway there, and a short one. We don't need a short one. That'll do it. If you're there, you're close enough. What I'm doing now, I'm just trying to make sure that everyone can find their way to the moving walkway. There again, it might be best to have a bit of space around it actually, so if people don't want to use it, they can just walk down. Like that. I'm going to put some staff access doors here for if they need to get to these stands. I think that works. I think. I'm just trying to work out what's best to do. To be fair, I need to rezone that because it's getting very confusing on what's zoned and what isn't zoned. So I think we're nearly there, to be fair. I think we're nearly ready to open up the airport to, well, this terminal to traffic. Probably worth putting some toilets in here, to be fair. One thing I do need to do is set this second terminal, which I haven't done yet. But it's starting to look a bit more like what I'd expect to see. The people are going to come down here, and then am I going to do passport control? I think I probably should. In which case we'll probably have passport control over here. But passport control is a little bit of a pain because I'm going to have to build the wall really around where people are going to go. So we go. We're going to come down here and you have to walk around this way. Now I'll open up into passport control there, so probably take the security zone out of there for now. That's not needed anymore, and expand that one. Expand all of that actually. So that's all zoned up how it should be. The only thing is, I'm not really sure how big this is going to need to be. So I suppose if we do that, we've got space to kind of expand up this way and southwards if we need to. Okay, so that would be, I think these get placed here, don't they? To be fair, that's probably not the best place for them. We probably want the automated ones up here. I've done them the wrong way around. Wasting money. So this is people leaving. So we've got loads of those. And then I'm thinking we put in the old desks here. And then we want the security exit, I think. The security exit zone. I'm not really sure where exactly I want that, to be fair. Probably here, to be fair. So they can get to the work area here. They can get out of there. And I've got all that as a secure area, to be fair. Got a lot of queue to build. Do I actually need all that queue? Probably not. Let's just not go too crazy. There's space for more if I need to over time, but I think that'll be enough. So the next thing is, how do we get people upstairs, up to here? Oh, so we're going to need another passport control for here as well. These can't go. We go through security, and then we're going to need to put in a passport control here as well. I do want to kind of get... The issue is they're not really going where I want it to go at the moment, because we'd have to do something like that. But these won't be meeting. If that makes sense. This lift is taking ages to build. But the lift will basically just go all the way up to the top. Crikey, you don't realise how much is involved in an airport. So, that lift is in, that's good. So, we don't want you to stop at the ground floor. So it'll stop there, but yeah, it's okay. So I'll move that check-in desk just a little bit closer. This escalator is not in a great position, to be fair. I suppose we could remove that boarding desk there, and that would solve that issue. Put a wall in there, wall down there. And a wall down there, so that's kind of okay. Ah, it's actually assigned these for us, which is good. Some of them I don't think it's quite worked out where we were trying to go to. Why are you not working? Oh, because it's saying it's not an international stand. Is it not? It should be. What determines whether it's an international stand or not? These ones have worked. That one hasn't. Okay. I'm not really sure why that's not. We've got to build this bit, so better get that underway. Get that under construction. That's kind of working, I think. I just don't understand why. Why is it saying it's not an international stand? Attached stand commercial. How do you make it international? Because it should be. I'm very confused. Why wouldn't that work? That should work. I don't know. I don't know why that isn't doing it. Security checkpoint. Security connection requires boarding desk. Like, that one's happy. But that's saying it's for domestic flights only. I don't know. I'm not sure, but what we do want to do is start accepting some flights, I think, now. Ready for... Well, I know we need to hire some staff, but we do need to get some contracts and stands set up ready for flights, I think. Or do I? I don't know. It's all getting a little bit crazy. There's a lot to do. Let's put this taxiway in, to be fair. That needs to be done. So that's that all in. No, I don't want to connect those up quite yet because they'll start wanting to basically start sending flights. So, crikey, this is I don't like this error here. I think it's a bug. I think that'll go away once we reload the game. At least I hope it'll go away when we reload the game. But I'm going to need a lot of security staff. I probably should start thinking about hiring more security, but there again, I need to build a staff room, don't I? Here. So if we do that, got a nice big office space for all the team there. We're gonna need a lot of janitors. I don't know what designates which terminal we go to. We're gonna need a lot of security. A lot of security. Gonna need a lot of passenger agents. Have I made a mistake with this road? I think I have. Oh dear. Can't believe I've done that. I was going to attach this baggage bay up to this one here, which I think's where we need to be. That's those 5 stands, and then if I do the same for up here to this one. Yeah, I think that's mostly okay there. So we've got the baggage set up. And then I do need to assign it to these check-in desks, don't I? Why is that skipped up to that one? I don't want that one. I clicked on here. It's trying to decide for me. We want you to go to this one, and you'll be going up there as well, and you'll be going up there as well, and you'll be going up there as well. I wonder if the reason I'm having issues with that security, well, the international flights, is because there's no passport control to board. So maybe it's probably a good idea for me to do that now. I was thinking if that's a good idea that I've done there. Maybe. Pop that there. There we go. Oh, we haven't got the baggage claim set up, so we said this bottom one's going to this one here, so let's go here and going to that one, and you are going to the one up here. Can't find the baggage claim area, can't find a path to its collected baggage bay, so let's have a look and see what's going on there. So if we go into this tool here and start the conveyors, it'll tell us that it goes down here, and it goes down here, and down here, and it goes onto this tilt tray thing, but it goes down here and to there, and onto there. So why is that? Why can't you find your way? What about that one? Is that one okay? That one's fine. Oh, it's working now. I'm not sure why it wasn't very happy with that. Right, staff, let's hire some more security team members. I'm very confused why no one seems to be coming to work in Terminal 2. Is there an option I'm missing? Am I just hiring loads of staff for Terminal 1? It doesn't say, does it? Auto-assign terminal on arrival. Well, we don't really want that, do we? Because we want you to go to the correct one. There's no pathway to the other terminals. Well, there must be. Oh, have they not built that? Oh, for goodness sake. Right, okay. I thought we'd built that. So all the staff are angry here. They're trying to get over there. So I can actually leave that on. There we go. They're finding a way there now, so we'll get a security desk open. Passenger service agents. We need loads of these guys. And loads more security guys. But we need to wait for some more of them to arrive. So to be fair, we could probably start accepting some contracts for aircraft. We do need some vehicles. Why is this still not built? Like, I'm sure I've selected that like 5 times to build. Is anything else not built anywhere? I think we're good. Probably want to separate this security area from this lot, so we can put in like a staff door, I guess, here. Train these guys up, and we need more security. Loads of security. I'll probably close these 2 for now, just so we get the passport controls staffed up. And probably want to add in some doors for people to be able to leave once they've collected their bags. And we need vehicles. We need to build a Terminal 2 vehicle depot actually, otherwise they'll just go to the wrong one. So let's see where we can build a depot for Terminal 2. I think down here is probably a good spot. We do need to build a hangar as well for the medium aircraft that we'll be having come in here. I'm still not sure why we can't get international flights on... Is it because of the runway? Does the runway have to be able to accept international flights? Commercial flights, medium and large aircraft, landing and takeoff. We want the airplanes to go on that way, and they can exit here. Have that as one way. Set that as one way, so we don't get airplanes getting stuck. And this one as well. Right, let's accept some contracts for new airlines. So these guys, they fly, oh, they're quite small aircraft. What was another one? Maybe I'm wrong. That's Skyfly. You know what, I think, to be fair, these ones I want to save for like the larger aircraft really. I would like a three-star airline with like relatively decent medium aircraft. They do a 757, so that's quite cool. We could probably have them. They do a 737. Oh, you know, we'll go with them. We'll get them. So what I'm going to do is just pause the game briefly, and they're going to have this stand here and this stand here, so they can have those two. And if we hook up the taxiway here and here, that should hopefully work. And I do need to put in the surface road to get down here, so these can be assigned to Terminal 2, which they are, thankfully. We're going to need to buy some vehicles as well, so we're going to need some larger vehicles. I need to buy a better fuel. So I reckon we're going to need 8 of those. 8 of those. We're going to need these pushback trucks. 8 of those. Seven of those. Probably gonna need 8 of those. So we've got quite a few vehicles that are needed. I think that should hopefully get us going, at least for these two anyway. So it's saying it's not connected to a runway. Is that because this runway is not operational? Oh cool, so they've cleared now. So I think this is technically... There's a lot of angry... why, where are you trying to go? You're trying to get to there, okay. But you can't get there because... you need a door. So you can get there now, yeah? Cool. They're on their merry way. Cool, and they can walk over there. So they're good. So we've got the people there. Do we have any medium aircraft? Well, we've got our first medium aircraft penciled in. That's good. So is there any other contracts we can have, potentially? We've got another 2 stands here for another one. We want to fill them up, really. So let's have a look and see what we've got offered. I do need to go through those contracts, to be fair. We've got Trinity Aviation 757. Oh, okay, yeah, they've got a few decent medium aircraft, so we'll go with them. Yeah, I don't really understand why. It's not working. Boarding desk in international zone cannot be connected to a non-international stand. Well, these ones are. So, why is that one okay? Because that says it's domestic. I don't know how to change the mode of these. Maybe this type of aircraft can't be international. I just wasted a load of time and money trying to make these international. At least the people are the bags going into the right place. No, they're going into the incinerator. Okay, so that's going down there. So the first bag is here. That airplane should be coming in soon, that first one. I wonder what kind of aircraft it is. The CRJ 700, okay. And it is on its way. And we've got people walking around. They're not really where they should be, though. Walking through the store here. I thought I'd... Oh, no. Oh, that's going to be a disaster, isn't it? While walking through. That plane's definitely going to be leaving late. They're all walking through these doors. Stop it. Stay where you're supposed to be. And that's the other thing, we need to build a fuel somewhere for the fuel to be for larger aircraft, because that is not going to go well taking it all from where we were before. Where's the best place to put the fuel? Probably here, to be fair. Put some fuel tanks in as well. Did I buy any fuel tankers? I don't think I did I? No, so we've only got that little tiny tanker still doing everything, so we need to get something that's a little bit more... I don't know which ones are the best. Ah, here's our first aircraft anyway. These guys are all going to miss their plane. Because the only way they can get back upstairs is by going out, isn't it? Okay. Well, watch this. I'm just going to keep an eye on this first aircraft, and then we'll call it the end of this episode. And we're going to have to do a lot of fixing to get things working properly, as there's clearly a lot of issues. So I'm hoping that all the vehicles come out, the ramp agents all come out. And we're going to have to fix it pretty quick, or we're going to end up with... well, we're not going to be doing very well at all, so hopefully there's a baggage truck coming from somewhere. Okay, so they're leaving in the... So they're kind of just stuck. Why are you stuck? I think the game's bugged because I don't understand what I've done wrong and I've got the international thing set up properly. So I think now these guys just trapped in... I think I need to save the game and restart. So we'll leave it on a cliffhanger today. So will it work when I reload the game? Who knows? So if you have enjoyed this episode, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode where hopefully we'll fix all these problems. See you next time.